Good morning, dear listeners. Today we come to a new episode of the No Age Ontology podcast series based on my book, No Age Ontology, which is a compendium of spiritual and wisdom teachings pointing out the timelessness of all phenomena. And today we are going to speak about the three characteristics of conditioned existence in time and space. So, according to Buddhism, all phenomena arising and appearing in time and space possess three main characteristics. The first characteristic is impermanence, and this means that anything that is compounded, existing in time and space, is impermanent, is not lasting, and is subjected to arising, staying, and dissolving. So basically nothing at all that is produced, not even on a mental and emotional level, can escape the truth of impermanence due to the passing of time and the law of interdependent cause and effect, which we already discussed in the previous podcast. So due to an impermanence of all phenomena, all events in time eventually bring a kind of dissatisfaction or suffering which can never be avoided. So this is directly opposed to the idea of a permanent state of some sort of phenomena which is permanent. Everything keeps changing in time and space. So the second is dissatisfaction, which is related to the first point. Dissatisfaction or dukkha, this is a main pillar in Buddhist teaching. The Buddhist concept of dukkha refers to the emotions of underlying basic dissatisfaction and suffering that are inherent part of all types of existence, which is bound by time, space, and self-grasping. This is also one of the Four Noble Truths of Buddhism, and he points out that this type of dissatisfaction or unsatisfactoriness arises from not understanding the timeless and illusory nature of self-identities within phenomena, and this subsequently brings an entanglement with the 12 links of interdependent arising, which is discussed in the previous podcast. It is important to know that this type of dissatisfaction doesn't refer to just a portion of reality, the painful experience which living beings endure intermittently, but to the whole dualistic experience of reality, including even the most joyful moments and experiences if they are experienced within the time and self-grasping. And this is because every perception, even the most joyful experience, while lacking the direct knowledge of timeless pure being, reality itself, is somewhat kind of polluted in a way by a subtle dissatisfaction, a subtle grasping that brings dissatisfaction, which is caused by craving and the nature of impermanence. The phenomena that brings joy will come to an end. However, on a more sort of optimistic level, by directly experiencing the timeless and identityless nature of phenomena, every time-bound perception is always felt and experienced as fresh, authentic, and fulfilling, like an illusory display of timeless pure being. And this is unaffected and unpolluted by any feeling of dissatisfaction. So this is the prerequisite, to sort of go beyond the dukkha or dissatisfaction inherent in conditioned existence. And then the third point, also related to the previous two, is that phenomena has no intrinsic identity. This is called anatta. So basically, all phenomena lack any intrinsic identity or self-nature. Everything arises within timeless space of pure being as illusory forms, sounds, thoughts, concepts, and everything is subject to time and therefore will dissolve in the same ground of pure space, and this will go on ad infinitum, forever, infinitely. It will never be a moment where there will not be the display, but by not recognizing this essential nature, essential characteristics which is the timeless mind of pure being, which is neither singular nor plural, is beyond identities and similar to space. Basically, all living beings become distracted into believing in self-defined identities, and all living beings imprison themselves in an infinite chain of causation, cause and effect, and basically become sentient beings with an individual consciousness and its field of perception, until this process is brought to an end in the moment of awakening. Actually, it's complete end only in the moment of total awakening. But by recognizing this lacking of intrinsic identity, one has direct access to the state of direct experience, to the state of timeless pure being. So these are the three characteristics of conditioned existence in time and space according to Buddhism. And this concludes this podcast. Much more information can be found in the book No Age Ontology, and the links are in the comments. Thank you for listening.